10 minutes after 6 o'clock. Election day is almost here, but early voting is going on right now. Of course, one of the hottest races on the ballot right now is for governor, and gubernatorial candidate Wendy Davis is joining us this morning. Welcome here to San Antonio. And you're really trying to emphasize the importance of early voting. Why is that so important?
Absolutely. You never know what's going to happen on election day, and it's important to take advantage of the hours that the early vote locations are open, especially this week. They're open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. in the San Antonio area. There are over 100 locations, and you can vote at any early vote location that's in the county that you live in. All you need is your photo ID. You don't even need to have that voter registration card with you.
And of course, that's new, the voter ID. But if we look at history, the last midterm election, according to WalletHub.com, Texas was dead last when it came to percentage of people, citizens who actually went out to the poll. How do you think you can combat that?
You know, it's disappointing, and we've worked really hard in this election to try to make sure that the electorate is more engaged in what's going on in a gubernatorial race. And we are so excited to see that the voters that we've been reaching out to, who are our voters, are showing up in greater numbers to the polls thus far. This week is always a strong week for Democrats in early vote because the hours are extended and people who have to work full time have an opportunity to go. But we're especially pleased to see that the drop-off voters, those voters who typically only participate in presidential races, are coming out and voting, and all those newly registered voters that we worked so hard to get registered are also coming out and voting.
And let's quickly talk about some of the issues that are important to you. We know that education is a top priority for you. You have criticized how much teachers are paid, saying it's too low here in the state of Texas, and also that class size is too big. What will you do as governor to change that, though?
My opponent and I have very different perspectives on this. In 2011, $5.4 billion was cut from public education. I filibustered that cut, trying to stop it. And since then, we've seen overcrowded classrooms, teacher layoffs, school closings. It's time that we invest in education. And we have the existing resources at the state to do that. But my opponent has been fighting in court as the Attorney General for the last 3 years to keep our schools underfunded. If there were no other reason to make a choice in this election and to go and invest the time to vote, it is to invest in our children's future and to elect a governor who's going to fight for them.
Unfortunately, we're out of time already, and we do want to let everyone know that early voting does run through the end of the week. And of course, Election Day a week from today. Thank you so much for coming in today. Michael?
All right. We also like to note that we have made repeated invitations to Republican candidate for governor Greg Abbott to come on the show for an interview, but so far he has declined our invitation.